It's gorilla time.
All right. All praise to the Most High, man. We are back. We got our brother Monologue on Gorilla Time for the second time.
Oh, praise.
Second time he's back with another interview. Man, he's got a major album that just dropped, fresh off a major performance as well. We just had that Warrior Weekend performance. Man, it was a hell of a night, man. So this you've been in the truth how long now?
A little over 3 years, man, King.
A little over 3 years, right? And you've graced us with some music. We had Chosen Ones, we had Corners, we had what's the one of the slave one?
Wake 'em up.
Wake 'em up.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah, we had Wake 'em up, and then what we have after that. It was just those kind of that warm us up, right?
Yeah, those three warmed us up.
That's what warmed us up, and then here comes album. We're talking about a whole album, but we had to warm the album up. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we gonna get right into it.
Yeah.
As far as that record you put out to warm that album up, kind of calling everybody out.
Good.
Right. Let's talk about that record, man. Let's talk about the creative process. Let's number one talk about, before we even get into the creative process, let's just talk about the inspiration for it.
Good, man. So I want to say, man, that Joe 100, like, I've been doing the music for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm in a new arena, you know what I'm saying? A new genre kind of be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got a new group of people. So, and I want everybody to know, like, y'all know me, man. And like, I'm not even that kind of brother. But also, it was really strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were really just a strategic thing where, like, I'm not going to lie and say that I know what the Most High has blessed me with, the gift that he blessed me with.
Yes, sir.
So you keep seeing these lists after lists after lists come out.
One of them you heard about in here.
Right. Yeah, like top 5s, top 10s, top 20s. Your name nowhere in the mix. And you know what I'm saying? So it don't make me feel a kind of way because also I'm new.
Exactly.
I'm new, bro. Like, I'm new.
You ain't put out a whole body of work yet.
I know I've been dropping some dope videos. You know what I'm saying? I want to say probably some of the dopest the Israel in our genre has seen.
Yes, sir.
And so it was really just a like, hey, let me let them know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And it's at the end of the day, man, it's all just to, what we say, like, I want to be famous, not to make me famous, but to make him famous. But it take fame to get there. We want the most people to hear about him. So that means we got to get on the biggest stages we can get on. So that was really,
what this sounds like to me? This sounds like your version of Nobody Likes Me. Yeah, so kind of like, y'all. That's what it almost. You see what I'm saying? I was like, you don't agree. That in terms of like 50's not.
I mean, it's the same type of thing. Yeah, the same type of thing. I wouldn't. Other than that, though, I wouldn't. I'm not go for the similar, but yeah, just the same type of thing. Yeah, for sure.
When I first heard it, because it got leaked to me somewhat early, right?
Somehow,
some way. We're not going to mention any names, but I remember hearing it in the parking lot right before camp, and I was like, "Yo, this shit it's gonna ruffle not ruffle feathers in a bad way, but it's gonna wake people up."
Yeah.
And me and Chief talked about it before too, prior to that or after that, and was like, "Yo, but it's good for Israel." You know what I'm saying? It's good for music. I mean, this is what happens in rap anyway, right?
Were you afraid of any potential, like, because you said a lot of names? Were you at all concerned about these niggas might fuck around and write some shit back to me, and I'm this because it sounded good.
Nah, fuck that, man. Excuse me. No. Nah, I want to know why you didn't call out him. Why you didn't call out Chief?
Come on,
I want to know. You know what? Hey, what we all want to hear. I'm
getting sharp.
Fuck all that shit.
That's a great question.
That's a great question. Listen,
because I think you were scared.
I heard Deacon.
Can we say that real quick on the record?
Yeah,
we think he was scared.
I thought you were scared.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just be real with you.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with y'all.
That's how you know it's bullshit.
I'm
You gotta
no,
say, I'm gonna be real.
I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Hold on. No, you asked a question.
No, I made a statement.
No, you asked me if I was
I
scared.
asked a question.
No, you asked me if I was scared. I'm
Yeah,
gonna answer both.
yeah.
I'm gonna answer both questions. You asked me was I scared about people responding.
Yeah.
In zero way was I scared about anybody responding. Actually, I wanted the responses because these was light jazz mono.
Okay.
I could really go on this mic, but I think I write good songs. So people don't really realize that I can bar with them because I feel like sometimes my songs overpower. Like, dang, you hear what he's saying? I was more scared about how Israel was going to receive it. And so like I wanted Chief to hear it in advance to get that like, okay, yeah, there's some playful fun. I would never want to cause division amongst the brethren, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pop my ears, you know what I'm saying? So like scared about somebody responding in zero way. Because I feel like somebody can hear my song and they write a response, they should kill me if they're a rapper. But then once I hear yours,
So you have a death wish.
no.
Now
But once I hear
kill you.
But once I hear yours, bro, these words.
Listen.
I can move them. So once you kill me, oh bro, I'm gonna murder you on the comeback. But why I didn't call Chief's name?
Because listeners want to know, because we got these unanimous emails.
Anonymous.
People don't even know that.
Hey, the Charlotte talks about emails. There's these phantom emails. We don't know where they're at.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think people don't realize how great of music Chief makes. And I think a lot of folks in Israel underestimate his name don't come up. So who I'm going at is the people who names who come up, who rang in the bells. Well, I can't say that too, because then when I said Gazar and the bar, even though these some five brothers, but they name don't come up in the top 10. So I can't even say that. But
you came to sound anymore, bro. We put you on the hot.
No, this on YouTube. This on YouTube. We putting this on straight to YouTube.
They talk
Chief, he ain't answering
these other people talk that junk. Chief ain't never talked that junk, and I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can't talk shit.
That's right.
Yes, he do.
Yes, he
talk shit because of you talking.
The bot talks that is, and I love my bot. The bot.
Listen, here's what y'all gotta understand. Y'all asking the question, and the answer is so obvious, man. The question shouldn't even be asked. And it goes into even what he's saying. I am a musical artist, not primarily, not secondarily, right? That's probably third or fourth on what I am to Israel. So I'm not, like he said, I'm not going to come up in the conversations because everybody else that's really rapping in Israel is here. I'm over here. Not I'm above or below. I'm just over here. I'm not even making the same type of music as everybody else. So I don't, not that if somebody puts me in there as wrong, but I'm just saying I don't expect to be, and I'm not, there's nothing conventional about me and my position as an artist in Israel.
So what? Here's the question that we all want to know, right? So what was you gonna do if your name was mentioned?
I'm gonna call him, man. First off, he would let me hear it first. Oh, hold on.
No. He's talking spicy.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I also, and I don't want this to be taken misconstrued, I got respect for every person who named that I called. 100. Matter of fact, 3 of the people names that I called is on my album. You get that? Let's just get that straight.
That's right.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
I respect Chief on a whole different level, kind of like, and like I said, I know that can sound crazy, but like I said, when I came into this truth, this is where I was at. You know what I'm saying? This is where hey, I was able to call the brother. Hey, sometimes I still do. Like, hey, man, and this brother too. Hey, man. Hey, bro, this scripture. Hey, man, what? Hey, I need some understanding on this. Hey, this and this and that. So, like, I just look at Chief differently. You know, it's like you look at some folks as pastor first, and then artists. Then some people you look at artists like even I watch Deacon all the time. While I'm working, I'm watching Deacon's teachings. But I also kind of was introduced to Deacon as like artist first. And then teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we get all that. And I get his position totally, and I get your position. But God damn it, this is rap. All right?
Yeah, we're not supposed to be friendly and respectful.
This is rap, bro. Come on, this is rap, man.
Someone needs to get stabbed.
So bottom line, I think from what we're hearing, the listeners are hearing, is that you just didn't want to do it. You just didn't want to do it.
Hey, man.
That's it.
I just look at you differently.
All right, cool. That's it. There's our answer, Hassan, because we know what was up. You know, these guys are.
They say I was
pre-interview, prior to the interview. Like, listen.
Yeah, well, you know that's how this interview stuff works. That's how you gotta have a prerequisite. But we didn't though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna just say this as a manager of as a representative of one of the artists that was mentioned on that song.
What artist?
Brother was gonna be anonymous for now.
Anonymous emails, anonymous artists.
There's some shit being cooked right now.
There's anonymity,
and pressure cooked.
What?
You know what I mean?
I accept it all challenges.
So
I mean that was the idea though, right?
Good. So like and also we had we're gonna stay on this anonymous tip.
Yeah.
I did have a brother who was coming back at me, was going to.
Okay.
Obviously, some different phone calls and conversations took place. People called me and was like, "Hey, bro."
Who?
I mean,
see that? Look at it. Exclusive. He's trying to get the exclusive.
But you know, but at the end of the day, man,
it's all about ratings.
Listen. I always want my heart and I want my heart to go first. Like. Yeah, I think I'm that guy. You know, I think I'm him. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
But it don't mean that other folks ain't. Man, I'm fine. Like, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I do this. Like, I do this professionally. I do this. And there's like 3 people that I fear on this mic, and that's Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. Like, outside of that, bro. If I hear your 16, bro, I got 16 coming back to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my heart is to like, bro, these my bros. I'm sparking up some friendly competition. This is a new growing genre. Hey, we need to take over. How do we take over? We got to get folks to know about it. And man, so we'll do it. So if it make another brother step his game up, make him get there and kill me, and then and then it spark a whole thing. But also, it can spark a little controversy, man. And when I noticed that it could possibly go that way, as y'all see, I ain't even reposted that video or even talked about it in the last 2 weeks. Just because I see like some people ain't taking it as friendly and fun as I'm taking it. I'm taking it super fun. Like, I'm expecting you to come back and kill me, but I'm coming back.
But I mean, you know, when Assad referenced How to Rob. So when 50 Cent did How to Rob, and he wasn't, of course, this is pre-Wankster, so this ain't the 50 Cent we all know. This is pre getting shot 50 Cent. Right. And then Jay-Z got on stage and Summer Jam and said, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? That response that validated him. You know what I'm saying? So it was important, you know, so you're looking for a response. You're looking for, okay, I'm new to this particular genre in this room. You've only heard the samples I've put out. Here I come. What's the deal? Somebody fire back. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what you were looking for. In the arena of rap, that's called healthy exercise. Right. That's what that's called in rap. You know what I'm saying? So the unfortunate thing is with controversy and in Israel is so cold and so hypocritical because Israel will shun controversy, but they pay more attention to controversy than anything else. The things that are controversial get the most Israelite eyeballs on it, yet the Israelites claim that they don't like controversy.
Right.
But here you are, you're commenting, you're liking, you're engaging, you're viewing more than you were the things that were not controversial.
And y'all are like experts at that.
Oh yeah,
folks can't. They looking for you.
We monopolize.
Gorilla Hebrew breathed on the Sabbath.
Man, kill it, stone him. And it's so cold. On the way over here, I'm listening to this podcast. Eric Bischoff used to run WCW. It's called 83 Weeks. This podcast is called 83 Weeks because that's how many consecutive weeks did WCW Nitro beat WWE Raw during the 90s. And he's talking about, I talked to him about it, but for those that don't know, Vince McMahon just retired. And he's been running wrestling for the last 40 years, single-handedly for 40 years consecutively. As long as pretty much all of us have been alive, he's been running wrestling. So he just stepped down, and there's a reason for it. He's got some sexual misconduct allegations that he's dealing with. So that kind of, and you know, there are about $14 million in payoffs that he's paid off and NDAs, and it's all coming out now. Wow. So whatever, but you know, Eric Bischoff on his podcast, they were commentating on it, and they said there's a fatal flaw with human beings where they love to watch people come up and they love to watch people fall. And you can see this kind of universally amongst everybody. People like to see people rise, but people like to see people fall even more. And then there's a group of people that also like to see people come back from a fall, right? But the amount of people that like to watch people fall is it's insane. And like you said, it's a fundamental flaw with human beings.
That's like America's like greatest heroes. That's what they paint even in the movie screens, right? I mean, that's what they do. Like it's just so. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Are you trying to play the villain role?
No, I'm definitely not trying to play the villain role. Like I said, I think sometimes you can misjudge because you're only looking at your own self. You know what I'm saying? So like what I say, man, I've been doing it for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this professionally for 15 years ago, I was a Billboard charting artist. You know what I'm saying? 12 years ago, I'm touring different countries. Like, I'm winning awards. So, like, to me, this was like friendly fun with our brothers. It's just like I explained when I went live and talking about it after.
Let's talk about that live.
I had a phone call. Somebody called me and basically was like, hey, bro, I was going to let this go, but I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting calls about this. Hey, bro, I'm going to have to come see about you. Like, hey, I'm going to give you two options. I said, hey, bro, stand on everything you said and receive all this smoke that's coming your way. Option B, hey, man, go and give a public apology. Give a public apology and let this go. And you got 24 hours to do it.
Wow.
So you froze up?
No, I did not freeze up at all.
Well, did you publicly apologize?
No. So I posted that I was going to publicly apologize.
So you did.
Yes. No. You see, you have to watch the whole thing. It's all a setup because this is all a game to me.
So
he lied.
You lied.
No. So no, I did. No, I did apologize.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I apologized for. I went on and I explained to the people. At first, I explained them to everybody my heart. I said, listen, Israel can talk about who will beat who in basketball. We'll talk about who will beat who in a foot race. We'll talk about, hey, bro, I dust you. Bro, I shoot your eyes out. And nobody has a problem with that. I say, bro, I will out-rap you. And people got a problem. But I look at it and view it as the same. As, bro, I dust you in the foot race. Bro, I beat you in arm wrestling. Bro, I can bench more than you. It's all the same to me. And so I explained that first. And then I said, well, somebody gave me 24 hours to apologize. I want to apologize to him and every person named that I mentioned. I want to apologize that I made you think that anyway that I'll back down. I want to apologize that I made you think that I wasn't ready to goddamn bring bars.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So my question is, because you came from such a status from, you were, like you said, you were getting awards, you were one of the hottest, if not the hottest, Christian rapper out there at one point in time, right?
Probably never the hardest.
Well, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Now you're coming over to a world. Well, yes, it's still rap, but now it's such a niche, small community to where, like, did you ever feel like humble at all? Like, did you ever feel like, damn, like maybe I gotta kind of readjust? Because yes, it's still rap, it's still about bar for bar, but it's different. You know, so I'm just like, how did you kind of like?
So I would say the humbleness doesn't come from the rapping standpoint. It comes from the understanding these scriptures standpoint. So this is why no matter what kind of stages I've been on, no matter what kind of success I've seen, no matter what churches I preached at before, the humbleness came in, bro. I can go stand on this corner and learn from brothers that's younger than me, some almost twice as young as me. Like the humbleness came from that part. Like, bro, it's when you ought to be teachers, there's need for you to be taught again. Like, no, I embrace that. I didn't come in with, bro, I know this already. No, me and my bro came out twice a week to camps with questions, learning, raising hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the humbleness came in at, as far as the understanding of these scripts. Not when it comes to these bars.
Okay.
Not when it comes to these bars.
So I got a question for you, Mr. Humble. I got a question. Let's see how humble he really is.
Here we go.
Who's your top 5 in Israel in order?
In order?
In order. Let's start at number 5.
He's a good adversary.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. So I got 2 different lists.
Oh man,
No.
Give us the real list.
No, first, no. Guys, he's number one. Just real quick. Your 5 favorite people are not necessarily the 5 best people. That's something Assad has a hard time differentiating sometimes. No. But you guys were objecting to him having 2 different lists. So who I would say the 5 best rappers in any genre are versus who my 5 favorite are not going to be the same.
Was that what your list was about to be?
He makes it valid.
But you don't even know what that was.
I'm not even.
That's
like
great.
That. That's great what he said, but I'm different from that because as a person who does music, so there's artists and then there's barsmith or wordsmiths. You know what I'm saying? So like some of my top 5 rappers is different from my top 5 artists.
Okay, let's hear both.
So my top 5 rappers
In order.
And the truth, I'm putting. I don't know if I'm gonna put them in order. I'm gonna put
at least number 1.
I'm gonna say I'm putting Deacon. I'm putting Row A. I'm putting There's one person who probably goes in both lists. Well, 2 people go in both lists and myself. But I'm gonna put Deacon. I'm gonna put Row A. I'm gonna put Anaviel. And I'm gonna put myself in there as well, but
towards the top of that top 5, or
oh man, I'm just saying, man, top 5.
I
don't. I really.
Are you number 1?
A fifth. I'm not gonna put myself as number 1 when it comes to
bars.
These barsmiths.
Okay.
I give anyone on a rug. No, but like I said, Deacon. Rowe, Anaviel, myself, and I'm gonna. What's this one, brother?
Oh wait.
Would you like me to help you by throwing out some names?
Sure, please.
Debak.
No.
Tazadak.
Tazadak is going in this top 5, 100 for sure. Tazadak goes.
He gotta go in that.
He goes in this list. Now, when we go to artists, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel Anaviel is probably sitting at the top of this list. I'm on this. I'm there on him, but I feel like I do better songwriting. But like this guy is Anaviel is amazing. They call him also. His name is Humble.
Humble for you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He got it. I also believe that you got What's the brother name? Your favorite arc. What's his name? That's what he calls himself. I'm your favorite arc.
Darak Ibar?
No, I'm your favorite. He's probably
Courtney
gonna go
Bell.
on that list. No, Courtney Bell don't go on this list. But
Yeah,
your favorite
Courtney's kind of outside of the Israelite.
The first wrestling event, him and his partner was in the Miami looking outfits with the dreads.
John Boy?
Whatchamacallit?
No, it's not John Boy. What's bro name? God damn. It's on the tip of my tongue too.
How the fuck is he top 5? You can't remember the name.
Listen, man.
Is that a valid question?
I mean, it's hold on.
It's a valid
the
question,
reason why
bro.
it's not a valid question is because you're talking about a niche genre. You're not talking about somebody who's getting bumped necessarily every day. Household name.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, you got counter punches like me. No question is valid.
Well, I thought
He's in this
niche
listen.
community. I just fucking know.
You said what?
That is my retort.
He's in this niche community.
Who is me?
You are.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
both of y'all are.
Azad, what Israelite do I ride around
No,
listening
I'm
to?
not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
Okay, well, you put it on him, not me.
Yeah, I'm not putting it on you.
But I know who he's talking about. He was at the event.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
The
about
brother.
too.
Yeah.
I just can't think of bro's name, and forgive me, bro.
We got.
when he watched
I
this.
know. Yeah, I know where to find him, man.
What's just a question, brother? You know,
Listen, I would say just off rip. I think from a production standpoint, I think you're one of the best. To be honest with you, I think your production and your bars writing, I think is crazy to me. I think it's dope to me.
we should break them down by each bars, artistry, songwriting.
Definitely. I ain't gonna lie. Chief is probably in my top 5 when it comes to these songs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening to some of your stuff that you put out, and a lot of our best artists, in the truth, don't. Oh, they'll rap with you now, but they don't make good music. Like when I'm listening to something. Gotta put them first. Listen, I listen to that. The way you come in off that hook, like I can listen to this all day, and every song, and then the quality, the videos you're putting out, coming back to back with it. Like a lot of our artists, I can't put you in the top 5 artists, and your stuff. Your videos shot off a cell phone. Yo, goddamn, your songs ain't. You ain't got no hooks. Hey, you might can bar us to death, but an artist entails more, bro. It entails more than that.
I got you. So I have a question. I have another question.
These niggas, man.
So the night of
Beloved Daoud.
That's it.
Beloved Daoud. Beloved Daoud.
The night of the event. Was that Passover week?
What? Which event?
Well, when we were at D City.
Okay.
Yeah. The pre-Passover party.
Yeah.
There was a battle that took place, right? A very good battle, in my opinion. The people want to know, where were you?
I was inside. I didn't even know about it until I saw the video come out.
Nobody
It was
knew.
a pretty large gathering, bro.
No, because niggas was outside already because we were shooting the video outside.
He's in. I'll translate.
Yeah, go ahead,
Assad.
I know where the sides go.
He's calling again this reoccurring theme. It keeps coming up.
I love this man.
Of where there's smoke, you're not around.
Oh, man. Because the word on the street is that you're a great production artist. But when it comes to us, listen, man, I'm meeting you right here, right now. What's up? What you got? I mean, the question still remains.
Once again,
people want to know: do you got what it takes?
I want to look the camera.
Are you the
can you zoom this in? I want to look in the camera and say for everybody to see and hear. Bring your 16s. And Monologue, my God, ain't scared of anybody. I mean, it's just what it is. Like, listen, hey man, 8 Ball said it best. He said, freestyle not great, but if you give me a second, I'll write some stuff on paper and make a hit record. Listen, man, I am not gonna say that I'm just a freestyle artist. Hey, y'all come out here and you just put your bars. But You tell this person they going against me, and tell me I'm going against them, and we got to go in the studio and goddamn create a record.
No, even
bars.
We know that. We know that you're.
It's over with.
There's a platform that can decide this stuff.
Yeah, we get. Listen, spit something for us right now.
No, that's well, you can get there too. That's fine.
No,
But
okay.
versus,
I want to hear it right now.
are you willing to go 20 for 20 with any artist in Israel?
Any.
Okay.
Well,
Any.
now, here's my thing. You ain't got 20 records in Israel.
Listen,
You print up.
I got.
You got the song about fucking
Listen,
Jesus.
listen to me.
That's what you gonna
No,
get. He
I
a
got-
song about a
I
Jesus
got
piece.
15 songs.
How we supposed to be scared
Listen,
of this nigga here,
listen
bro?
to me.
The
I got.
better eat
Listen,
this
hold
nigga
on,
alive,
time out.
bro.
Let me tell you, I got 15 songs on my album, and then I got some unreleased.
Okay,
Listen,
okay.
let's check this out. 15 songs. That means I forfeit 5 rounds. That means this person has a 5-round head start. Play song for song in front of non-Israelites and people who don't know either one of us, and let them judge song for song. I will give a nigga 5 songs.
He said that last time. You know what? No.
Let's cause a divide. Let's cause a divide. Well, you get this nigga here 5 songs as a handicap.
Hey man,
I think he got
I just want to thank you guys for me being on the platform.
This is Sound Network. We put niggas on blast, bro.
YouTube, but let's
Just go straight to YouTube. Yes.
Listen, I'm betting.
Listen,
There's
man,
certain songs, nigga, that it's, and I'm not saying you couldn't do it, but I'm saying there's certain songs we've already given them 5. That means all he needs is 6.
Aside, what is it called? So are there unbeatables? Are there brothers with unbeatables?
Six songs,
What you got
bro.
for Uncut Gems?
bro, listen, Uncut
Just name a
Gems.
song.
Hey, Uncut Gems is a monster. I love it. It's
so
one of
name a
my
song.
favorite songs. Hey man, I'll give it to him.
Okay, so that's 6.
okay.
6.
But I'm gonna need
So you
5
need
more. I'm gonna need 5 more.
bro.
Cool.
Listen, hey, and listen, man, I'm here to not continue to discuss this battling. I want
These
everybody
niggas,
to
it's
know.
these instigators.
Listen, bro, that I'm not even on that. A brother did. A brother.
They're anonymous.
Hey, listen, man.
He's doing it again.
A brother did what he had to. No, I did what. Hold on.
He's throwing the stone out of his
I don't.
hands.
No, I'm not hiding my hand. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember this. I don't know if y'all know a dude named Pastor Troy.
I know. Cool. We know
Okay,
Pastor
when
Troy.
Pastor Troy came out,
Yeah.
what did Pastor Troy do on his first record? Do y'all know?
I don't know.
Hey, his number one song. You know his number one song, right? We also know. What's Pastor Troy's number one
Are we
song?
cutting?
No More Playing GA,
No.
right? My nigga Bump, would you say ain't no more playing GA?
Uh-huh.
Do anybody remember the skit that comes on before this song?
Mm.
See, y'all ain't from Georgia.
Down South Georgia
Y'all ain't
boy.
from Georgia, though. Hey, this is the skit that comes on before this
Pastor Troy's a
song.
Levite, though. I just want that on the record.
This is the skit that comes on before this song. Hey, can I speak to P? Can I speak to P? Hey, P ain't here. Hey, man, well, tell P that we said, since everybody think they soldiers, let's go to war. Doom, doom, doom. Listen, this is what he did. He talking to Master P, and then he got another skill in there and said, hey, bro, I ain't jealous of this person, that person. Hey, man, I'm jealous of Oprah Winfrey. I'm jealous of Master P. That's who I'm jealous
So what
of.
you saying?
Bill
You with the
Gates.
shits?
Hey, listen, he came on, he made a name by calling out who was at the top of the list right then. That's what he did. He came out and said, tell P, Pastor Troy and them down South Georgia boys said, since everybody think they soldiers, what's up? Let's go to war. And then all you hear, bam, and then
So
it
you
dropped.
with the shits? I got you.
Hey, bro, I'm with the lyrical stuff because I am living a holy.
Well, that's what
So
we're talking about.
lifestyle.
We're talking about lyrically. We're talking about you
So
with the shits.
musical.
What
Audio-
should we take?
audio
So what
war.
should the people who were taken aback by your not what we'll call it this, by your calling out of sorts, when they listen to this album, should all their questions that they had about that song, should they all be answered at the end of this record?
Yes, they should 100. It should be answered at the end of this record, and also they should be answered by me coming out, sharing my heart, letting folks know that, hey, bro, Don't come for me if you will tell Shane, would you tell a 300, you're an ex-NFL player. Would you tell me at 260 out of shape, would you tell me if I said, hey, bro, let's race? Would you tell me, bro, I'll dust you? Would you tell me that?
Yeah.
Gun.
I would.
So would you tell me as a bald head man? Would you say, hey, bro, I grow way more hair than you? Would you?
Would I tell you that? Yeah, I'd tell you.
Hey,
I mean, listen, Hassan has told Nashar he would outperform him athletically in physical competition.
Yeah.
Well, I said
bring that out.
Basketball exclusively.
Yeah. Even though we all know that he peaked out a long time ago.
I don't know. I seen him play around hoops. I think he got it, man. But hey, I'm gonna tell you in the same way. I'm gonna tell folks, hey, bro, listen, bro, on this mic, bro, I'm going down shine, y'all, and it just is what it is.
So you're a man amongst boys, is what you're saying. You're a man amongst a bunch of overweight, bald-headed people.
Hey, man, I've done this on a level that many people have. I've been blessed to do this at a level that many people probably will never, ever be able to do it at, King. And I've learned a lot during that time.
Listen, I respect you, bro, and I like your music. I love your music, and your production side, I think is, again, to me, is one of.
I pick 5 beats, man.
You pick 5 beats?
I pick 5 beats, bro. I've had artists who come to me and say, "Hey, bro, can you choose my beats for me?" People love the way I choose beats, bro. I listen. Yeah. This is no lie. When I choose beats, you can send me 20 beats. Every song that I write, the hook is wrote in the first 2 minutes of me hearing it. When I hear a beat, if a hook don't come to me, that ain't the one. And I just keep. I can listen to 20 beats in an hour, and I'll leave with 5 songs.
Yeah. Hold on. So we have to understand how important the art of beat picking is to an artist. A lot of people believe this is what separates Jay-Z from Nas. That Nas is a better rapper than Jay-Z, but Nas, a lot of people, now I've heard people say this, is a terrible beat picker.
Horrible.
I've heard that's what separates Kendrick from J. Cole, is beat selection, even though J. Cole is a producer. So now, again, some of that is opinionated, but some of that also shines over into something that's measurable. You see what I'm saying? Something that's totally measurable. So beat selection is an art in and of itself. And you can be as dope as you want to be, but if you're not picking things that are going to sonically come across to a wide audience, what are you doing? You're shooting yourself in the foot.
And I think that a lot comes on with my years and experience, because when you're trying to have a hit, when you're trying to get noticed and you're putting songs out, I remember coming into this doing it. And when we as a group in my during the Christianity times, we're putting out stuff dope. And it's like we're sending stuff off to the DJs early. Hey, our stuff dropped this day. Hey man, y'all start playing it. They don't start playing it till after the drop. It's like, God dang, we're trying to get picked up on this website, We knew when we had one, we sent it out early, like 3 weeks early to all the things, and everybody started playing it that day. They start racing to it. And one of the main things that I learned in the industry when we was like Grand Hustle was producing for us. When I really got in the industry, the first thing people ask us, bump your 50 songs. They always ask, what's the record? That one. What's the one? If you just so happen to be at the BET Awards and they say, hey, this person canceled, you can do one song and one song only. You got to know what that song is. Point blank, period. That's the record. And I think sometimes the artists, so I still came up in that generation where we had artist development. We had, preparation for interviews. We had all of these things. So like I came up into a grind. I know how to make records because that's what it took back then. You had to have the song, that one song that made your whole album sell, that one song that propelled everything else. Now it's just like, bro, you just drop a bunch of singles. It wasn't like that when I started.
What's your one song in Israel?
And I make them. I got them, bro. I got an album full of them.
I'm saying with your one, if there's one you could pick, like this is the one.
Man, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, I mean, it's hard for me because, like I say, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know the recipe, so like I make records on purpose.
But see, we know that, man.
I make records on purpose. So like you, even though Chosen Ones is old, this is a record.
Can you speak?
Even though
he just said that's his one. That's his one.
Lead the Revolt is my Lead the Revolt is my favorite song on the album. Okay. Lead the Revolt is my favorite song on the album, but also it's one of the last songs I heard on the album. So also when you have Chosen Ones, I done heard it so many times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of it. But when people in Israel hear it,
they go.
They still like.
And it's like that for a lot of artists. A lot of artists hate the song that everybody loves. That's a lot that happens just in I know, like, you know, YG, what got him on was a song called Tooted and Booted. He's like, I absolutely hate that song. But it's what people love that song, and it's what got me on. I got this album nobody even heard yet. I've been working on as a ball. I'm done. I'm sick of listening to it. You know, I'm ready to move to the next project. And it ain't even out yet. Right. You know, so I get it totally. You know?
As artists, though, we have to learn. There are songs that it's people that work records for 2 years before it take off. And it's the same thing like what Chief was saying. Like, as an artist, sometimes we get tired of it, but you gotta keep doing it. Like Chosen Ones, I still do it. You know what I'm saying? Even that was the first video that I dropped. In the truth, that's 2 years old, but I do it. And every time people hear it or see it, it's like, oh, bro, that's dope. Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
They might have heard the song, but they didn't. Oh, bro, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I've been bumping this song. So we, you know, and this is really why I'm, you know, came out the way I did. I feel like I have a lot of info to offer GRLA, man. I got a lot of, I've been doing this. So like these jewels I'm saying right now, it's kind of like, I'm just talking my ears, bro.
We haven't seen the best that you got.
That ain't my heart, bro. That ain't my heart. My heart is to really, it's some young bulls. Y'all got one brother, man, in Philly.
Oh, hi, man.
Bro, listen to
me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Listen to me. Hey, the Bob. Like, I mean, it's a Gaza. Bro, y'all got some hitters on the team, bro. Listen to me. I think Gaza is out of here. Hayaman is out of here. It's a fact. The Bach is dope. I like Hayaman and Gaza a little better. They might have a little more youth. And the Bach, I don't know, he might be a little newer to his music thing, but the Bach is fire too. But like Hayaman and Gaza, bro, they out of here, King. And like, if my knowledge, my info, all the things that I experienced, if I can pass that down to the bros, nobody's teenage son is putting on my music, listening to it. Let's just be real. I make grown man music. That whole Outkast, Good Mob type vibe. Your 17-year-old son who you trying to get in the truth is not gonna put on my music and be like, oh, this hit here. They'll put on Higher Minds and they might be like, ooh wee. But if I can teach Higher Mind all the things I learned throughout this, then he can go out here and take off. If I can teach Gaza all this stuff that I learned, then he can go out here and take off. And that's really my heart behind all this, bro. Man, I'm an old man in this game, bro. Jay-Z ain't trying to go out here and hit the 15-year-old. Bro, he talking to grown men, bro. Let them know, bro, it's another way, bro. You go out here, do this business with the woo. He telling bros, how to raise up your kids, bro. How to start businesses to make sure your kids straight. That's what I'm on, bro. I'm not gonna turn you up like talking about. So.
That's right. Okay. At what point did you want to bring your rib into your music situation?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, that was a hard one for me.
That's a beautiful situation, though,
bro.
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing music before, and you had brothers that bring their wives into the music, and I'm talking about brothers that's dope, and I'm looking at them like, bro, she is horrible. She is horrible. Like, why would you do this? And these people are super dope. I'm not one of them folks. I'm not going to tell you. My wife and my kids will tell you. You could be my 16-year-old child talking about you going to the NBA and you scoring 2 points a game. I'm not that daddy that going to tell you, keep going, son. I'm going to say, nigga, no.
This ain't it, son.
This ain't it, son. Hey, man, pick up these books, folks. Try something else, man. Did you think about soccer? Like, I'm not gonna do that. And so it was hard for me because I didn't want to do that to my wife. Like, because if it's not up to par, you're not making a song. And I hate to have to crush you like that. Yeah. But I take this seriously. I do this at a high level, and no, boo, that ain't gonna make it.
Did she naturally just have or did you kind of put her in position to kind of?
She got it.
She just.
I ain't gonna lie to you. She's on King Things. I think she murdered it.
Yeah.
She's on this. We won't smoke. I think she murdered it. And y'all tell me, listen. If you don't think that, tell me. Say, hey, bro, you're a little blinded because it's so real. Listen, I want to know because I don't play those games. And I try not to be blinded by, listen, boo, if you ain't got it, I told you just ain't got it. I told her, like, hey, bro, if this don't come out right, bro.
Hey, go ahead and delete the session.
Right. Even brothers, when they featuring on my songs, bro. If I send you a song to feature on, if it don't come back right, I don't care what your name is, bro. I have integrity in there.
How do you tell someone that? Like this sucks, but how do you? I think what you should do is just call me and I'll say it.
Yeah,
because he'll have no problem serving the news.
I'm not gonna tell him like, sir.
I'm gonna say, just say I played in front of the side. That nigga was, man, that shit, it was trash.
He wasn't happy.
All they know. No, I would tell my wife. Boo, that ain't get it. That ain't myself. But anybody else, they might send a feature back, and then when the album come out, they just not on it.
You didn't make the album, sir.
You didn't make it.
I don't know what to tell you.
But that's also the industry side of me because we've been there. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of how you deal with that.
But so, man. Yeah, man. So it was difficult because I was scared. I was scared of her not performing how she should. And like,
yeah, because you know, once you involve your rib or a woman in general, especially without the background and the track record, now we're dealing with sensitivities now. Because now you're gonna have to lay. If it's bad, you gotta kind of lay it down, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's got to come back. Right. I think that you know, everybody in the audience though is enjoying, you know, her contributions, you know, to the art, you know, whereas they're King Things, and like you said, the We Want Smoke is kind of, and then in Israel, we ain't really seen it. We only have, especially with so many women artists in Israel on the rap side. I mean, who do we even really have?
And they give them a lot of slack, bro.
We got Princess Pinup. Other than her, who do we
Princess Pinup is fine.
Yeah. For sure.
But there was a lady called Havila Yasharala, but she done moved to like Kenya or something.
Okay.
But she was fine too.
Okay.
But I ain't heard nothing about it since she moved. But
what about Hassan? Hassan, what about Charity Israel? What about
Crash?
No, she was affiliated with IUIC for a while.
Thunder, no lightning.
Oh, no lightning. There we go. That's one of my favorite sayings. She's all thunder. No, she's all lightning, no thunder. There was no thunder. Beautiful sister. She was affiliated with IUIC for a time. She's out of the truth now, but right before she left the truth, she tried it. She tried to put a rap record out, man, and I ain't gonna lie, it just wasn't it.
No
It just was
feedback.
nobody liked that damn song,
Awful.
and nobody could. It was trash.
Man,
Out the truth.
It was
now?
trash. And now she's out the truth.
rather listen to chalkboard on or someone damn scratching the chalkboard, man.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
It was that bad.
Princess
I
Split
hate
Up is
that
dope.
record.
There might be some other sisters too. I just may
I thought I
not be
heard somebody, a
familiar
girl
with.
from Philly, a little dark skinned girl, short, straight black hair. I think she was out of Philly. I think this was on SoundCloud. I think
I ain't heard her. Again, too, I'm not even, me personally at least, I'm not even on that tapped in with Israelite rap community. Outside of SICARRI, Monologue, Roe, you know what I'm saying? I know them, and I know some other names,
right,
but I don't listen to it like that. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK got some dope rappers. I definitely give them that. But I ain't heard a lot of new stuff from them. I don't know if I'm missing it though. I might be missing it. You know, but UPK got some dudes. Who else? Kanal, the brother Kanal. The brother Kanal and Mir got some stuff. I gotta tap in with them. Abaja out there on the West Coast. It's a few brothers
There is a sister named Yapa Q.
Okay, I ain't heard sis yet. I ain't gonna
lie, she right, bro. I was surprised. She got a song with Laura Benz.
Okay,
bro, and I saw it. I was like, I was shocked.
Okay,
she right, bro. She right.
What you was gonna say, Asad?
I think with singers too. What I love about this camp, bro, is we're so diverse, bro.
Yeah.
We're the most diverse bunch of niggas in the world.
Yeah.
We have when it comes to this singing
crew.
thing, we have a secret weapon, bro.
Me, right?
Here's the cold part though. Asad and the Shark can both sing.
Yeah, y'all ain't even heard me sing for real.
People don't even know.
Go,
Asad and the Shark can both sing.
Bro, like you
natural, God-given
talent.
You want
to do that thing that we've been working on?
Dude.
Let me get a little duet.
That ain't how we wrote it up.
Give me a little doo-wop.
Come on, ready?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Bro,
He look at us. Go ahead.
No, but I wanted to ask, there was a particular question I wanted to, okay. Who in Israel have you not done a feature with that you would like to do a feature with?
Oh, man, it's few. This guy over here to my right.
Oh, I know.
The guy who you didn't call out?
Yeah.
I tried to get him on the album. Yeah, I mean, I know brother Busy. Me and Roe has not done the song. Me and I want to do one with Anaviel. Me and Canal, we probably about to get it in, you know what I'm saying? ASAP. I'm down to, I want to do music with everybody that's dope. I'm not getting on no songs with folks that ain't dope, man.
What if the money's right?
Hey man, I'm not getting on no songs.
10 bands, but it's trash.
I'm hopping on that song. I'm gonna tear that song up.
Oh shit!
For 10,000. You gotta get on whatever song for 10,000.
I'm gonna rip that song. But
sure.
honestly, like I also tell folks, man, like I'm not charging for features. I've lived that life before where I charge for features.
I'm your manager. We're charging.
But it meant something. Like I added value to the album. Like back in the day, like folks knew you get Monologue on your album, on this song, it'll do numbers. I got folks who got Billboard charting songs because I was on it. I'm not there in this space. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I think we just got to recognize where we at.
Yeah.
Now, if it turn up again, if the Most High chooses to breathe on it, it turn up again, and then like, bro, you put me on your song and it's automatically gonna be a banger, then now we got to talk, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what it is right now. But there is quality control that may take place, must take place.
Must take place.
I'm not hopping on your song, bro, if it's lame. If it ain't fire, I'm not doing it.
And this is kind of like what's interesting kind of about this and what just kind of hit me is, you know, if you remember kind of when like there's two individuals who are, you know, one is a definitely certified veteran in the music industry. The other one, you know, he wasn't as successful his first run, but when these niggas came back out, it was almost, one of them was much bigger than they were initially. The other one, you know, got pretty big, but 2 Chainz and Juicy J, which 2 Chainz Titty Boy. It's like when they came back out, they were new niggas now. They were entirely new artists and this new, so that's kind of like where you're at, where you've already had a run and now you're back. You know what I'm saying? Monologue, my God, now is here. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of a big deal because, like you said, it could go major. You see what I'm saying? It could go crazy. Yeah.
And like I said, man, I'd be humbled if the Most High uses. I'm here to be a light, of course, to the world. We want to win out. Evangelism first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
But then also the edification of all our people who know they Israel. And if I can be a light to my brothers and sisters who probably can get on bigger stages than I can ever think of. But if my professionalism, if my knowledge, what can help them get there, that's the goal. However the Most High choose to do it, like I said, I'm here to get as big as possible right now. Just so all my younger brothers and sisters who fight with this music thing, they can look at me and say, oh, shoot, I won't have any problem in 2 years sitting back, running a label, having these younger brothers and sisters signed to me, making sure they're getting the maximum amount of money, teaching them the game, telling them about their publishing, not trying to own none of their stuff, and handling all of this back office and stuff for them because I done did this before as an independent artist. So like that would be the dream for me. Like, yeah, of course I'll still hop on your track and give you a 16, you know what I'm saying, here and there, but that's the goal. So I want to get as big as possible. So then these folks would listen to me. Like right now, I can have all the game in the world, but you ain't never heard of me. You probably ain't like, yeah, man, what did old head talk?
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's it. In it's important. What you're saying is important, and you know we got to kind of understand that raising your visibility, you know, raising your profile, because that's where what I've been working on is raising my profile. And you said something about, you know, first and foremost, the mission is evangelism. And Israel actually forgets that. The Israelite community forgets that sometimes. And that's why it was important when you mentioned that you said, listen, if we put us in a room with people that don't know nothing about the truth, don't know me, don't know the other artists, and we play these records, the confidence that you have that you'll win the majority of the rounds, that's important. Because in understanding that, that's the evangelism aspect of the music, where they like it and are interested in it, but also it's preaching a message. You see what I'm saying? So raising profile and you know, having a reputation with them that are without, as Paul speaks about, those who are not in the truth, those who are not in the faith, need to know you, need to be familiar with you. Again, that's a mission that I've been on. You see what I'm saying? Well, we got to make sure people know us that are not a part of this community, because if we stay in a bubble, number one, we're going to be trapped in the bubble, and number two, the bubble actually isn't going to expand. That's the idea. We're supposed to be bringing people into this lifestyle, into this truth. So we have to do things that's going to make the people that are outside of it want to come into it, right? If you just see certain things and certain little, you know, fringe communities and societies that exist, the average person look at it and go, well, what in the hell is that, right? And there's aspects of what we do that people are going to look at like that too, and that's fine. But there's other avenues where it don't have to be like that, right? Like even like what we did this last weekend at Birthday Bash, me, Deacon, and Captain, we grabbed a couple brothers, and mind you, when we hopped up in the morning, me and Deacon, because Deacon staying with me, when we hopped up in the morning, Deacon like, man, I need a shirt. Let me get an Urban Gorilla shirt. I had a box of Urban Gorilla. Boom, I throws him the shirt, and he's like, I'm like, what you want to do? You just want to go casual today to camp? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then that led to me getting the idea of, well, we casual today. We got 4 camps set up here at Birthday Bash. Let's grab a couple. Let's walk around and just talk to people. And we're casually dressed now. We got our damn armed security out there, but we got everybody at a distance, so it's not so intimidating. And now we're just walking up to people, and we're catching them a different way where they might have been like, "Oh, I didn't want to go to those guys over there. They were yelling." And okay, so we catch them a different way. We out here fishing. That's important. So we have to understand there's established ways to fish, and that's fine because it's worked and it's got us here. But there's alternative ways to fish as well. We don't need to negate one, but we need to do the others. And part of that on the musical side is putting out music that people will catch people's ear and almost trick them into what they listen to. Because I remember when I dropped that Hebrew and the Hellcat, and we did the room. We did a room, and niggas ain't know nothing about Hebrew. It's like they're like, yo, this shit is hard. Like, and then it snuck up on you that this is some Israelite stuff. All of a sudden, like you just thought it was this regular song,
like the Kendrick Lamar and all that black.
It just sneak up on you. Oh, wow, what? Wait, what did he say? You know what I'm saying? So, and we also have to make music that totally caters to the community as well. It's just about it. We're gonna make all kind of different stuff, but we have to have both because we have to be able to reach people. You see what I'm saying? So we can never lose that. When we lose that, that's when we lose a grip on what the mission is. Totally.
Listen, bro, I love this, and Mono, you probably don't know this, but us three, me, Hassad, Chief, Zabal, we know this because we talk about it all the time. That's all right for. That's one thing I really, really enjoy, about this camp is that we're not doing it the conventional way, and the type of flack that we get on a day-to-day basis.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? It's because of that, right? But also, too, they're not seeing the outcome or the fruit
that
remains from that. Like just like Chief said, bro, like when we go out to certain establishments or, when certain music is being made and listened to, like, bro, people are, like, really hearing that shit, bro. Like, to the point to, like, I love this story. When we go out to a certain establishment, I won't bring it up. We go in there, but it's, kind of like our first time all together. He had a hell of a time meeting a certain celeb Shaq.
Yeah,
right? Right. Hassad met Shaq, his hero. We're getting patted down. Right. We're dressed how, I guess, would you say, worldly, whatever, but, we 100% all the way through. And, Chief's getting patted down, and the officer noticed something in his back pocket. And what is it? Lo and behold, it's a Bible. You know what I'm saying? So just that alone, it's like, yo, who these niggas? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when we go in there, shit, we light it up. You know what I mean? Where you got certain heathens that acknowledge who the hell we are. Chief, you can attest to that.
Literally.
At that same spot, right?
People don't understand.
That same
we
night.
at this spot, and it's so packed. We had to share a section with these Hamites.
That's right.
And this Hamite comes to us.
That's right.
Tells us he knows we're the Israelites.
That's right.
And gives us a bottle of 1942. Like,
give me
y'all, y'all, I know y'all the Israelites, and here, like, he just seen our light. He knew what time it was, and came with gift.
That's right. 1942 on the club. That's like $12, $13.
And on top of that, you know what he said?
In the overpriced place, so you know that 1942
that's like 13, 14, bro.
He literally said, "Listen, I know who y'all are. Y'all the Israelites. Y'all not Africans. We know that we sold y'all." I'll never forget that. I tell the story over and over again. I wanted to turn off the damn music and be like, yo, look. Listen to this motherfucker, man. Please.
Give him 2 minutes.
Yeah, just going to what he said, bro. Like, I love that, bro, because, there was a time when I first came into the truth, I thought things had to be like, a robot.
Right.
Like, you do this, you can't do that.
Especially when you come from Christianity, you know what I'm saying? So, like me, I'm not gonna lie and say that my next music is gonna sound like this music just because of the things that you're saying now. Like this was plant my flag, let everybody know where I stand. Whoa. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I have one song on my album. It's called Medicine Candy. And say, I'm coming with the medicine. They say they want the candy. So me and my partner, he's an Israelite brother too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once he come out to the community, he's the best rapper in Israel. Like,
okay.
my
He's
boy,
gonna take it.
my boy
Okay.
Fro, he was in Christianity as well, and he's been on every single one of my albums, and he's done got me. I ain't gonna lie, he's done got me on every song I ever did with him. I think this is the only time that I got him on this song on this album.
Okay.
But my whole verse, I didn't do nothing but just rap. I'm just rapping, just lyrical flex. Nothing about Bible, nothing about what. And then the last line on the verse, hey, I say, we Israel, let's get to know it. But he is in the truth. Actually, he's been in the truth before I was, and I didn't know it. But his whole thing was, he told me like, hey, Mono, this still sound gospel.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started doing the music, he told me, hey, bro, this still sound gospel. I listen to his music, it don't sound as gospel, but he just sneaking the message in there, just sneaking it in there.
All praise.
That's never been my approach.
Yeah.
No, this what I'm on with.
Yeah.
But I wrote that song on just some like, bro, let's just rap. And then I just sneak a little piece in there.
Just in light of what you said just now and the conversation that we all just had about, you know, us doing things in a non-conventional way, on a personal level, I want to know your idea of what your walk in this truth was going to potentially be like, and now looking back on where you are thus far, you know, just kind of compare those two things.
Like coming into the truth, what I thought my walk was gonna be like.
Yeah, like in terms of everything, like who are these guys what are they gonna be like in real life?
Right.
Even music, or just what's my everyday life gonna be like? And now looking back on
it was totally different when I first came into the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I first came into the truth, like
we gotta do something.
Let's put some more water on.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It's not
Yeah.
See that,
Yeah.
Israel?
As long as it's over the leg.
Okay.
So when I first came into the truth, man, it was a little spooky, you know what I'm saying? A little spooky to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time me and my wife got invited to a couple's house. Like, my wife is my best friend. We laugh and joke at the crib. We watch a movie. From what I knew of the Israelites, I didn't know when we went over there. I'm like, is she gonna be able to talk? Is she gonna be able to chill with me? Do she got to go sit in the corner? Like, this was my mindset. These was my thoughts. And I mean, everything was just. And then getting into it. Nah, bro, it's like, bro, we turn up. Like, hey, but we just don't sin, huh? We just don't sin. You know, in Christianity, it was different. Like, oh, you can't do none of this. And some things that ain't about, like, you can't say that you're going on vacation to Las Vegas. Huh?
Right.
You're a Christian, bro. What you going? You gamble? You can't do that. You can't crack open this bottle of Hennessy. You gotta. The amount of times being on trips, traveling, and we taking pictures, the amount of time we got to hide our drinks. And just like, bro,
You can eat this pork, though.
You can eat this pork, though.
But you can't drink this Hennessy.
And it's not a sin. And like I always tell folks, like, we didn't grow down south, we didn't grow up lawless. We thought, hey, bro, you going out getting some coochie, and then you in that coochie, and the most, and Christ's return, in hell, you will lift up your eyes. Like, point blank period. We wasn't taught lawlessness, but we didn't understand that. I would say all the things that was unto death, all the laws unto death. Oh no, you had to keep these.
Yeah.
Now we did think Christ died. Hey, bro, you can have this pork, you can have this shrimp, you can have this crap. No, he ain't on that. No, Christmas, Easter. No, bro, this is cool. Woo. Fornication, adultery, lying, murder, this and that. No, we was never taught this was cool. Gay, homosexual, hell. Listen, we thought if you're driving down the street and you've been in church for 30 years, living this thing holy, like it was holiness of hell. That's what it was taught down south. You driving down the road and an 18-wheeler coming on the wrong way, and about to crash into you head on, and you say, "Oh shit."
That's it.
Bam, and you crash before you had a chance to repent, and you died. Hell.
Yeah, that's how.
Damn. Hell. So we weren't taught lawlessness, but I would say coming into this truth and then learning the ways and then realizing, oh, bro, because we were drinking anyway. We were hiding it. Oh, shucks, I can do this and it's lawful. The Most High ain't mad at this.
We got holidays that do this.
We can goddamn, because I knew this Easter stuff was wrong. Like I knew bunnies and like I knew. Now, oh, there's high holy days we can keep and celebrate. Oh, bro, I can get with my homies. We can turn up. Everybody bring a bottle and this and that. So, I mean, from my first, to answer your question, when I first came into this, I definitely thought it was on some spooky, like, bump the woman type ish. And like, and then now, where I'm like, bro, it's the best life you can live, bro. Listen, I'm having a ball, have a brotherhood,
Having a ball, keeping the law.
and we just ain't sinning.
And we got more holidays.
And we got more holidays. I'm trying to convince my family now, like, bro, we ain't gotta get together for. I mean, of course, we don't participate in none of this stuff, but I'm like, I'm tired of trying to tell them, y'all know I'm not coming to your birthday. You know I'm not. But listen, we all live 15 minutes away from each other. My whole family. I ain't gonna say my whole family, but my mama, my brother, my sister, we all live 15 minutes away from each other. Bro, we could just get together just because it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Let's cook out. We don't need no special day. We don't need Mother's Day or Father's Day. I'm not gonna do that. So let's get together. So I mean, it's a blessing, man, and it's a blessing to me, man.
Do you remember the first? I mean, maybe not even the first moment, but around the time where you realized, man, these are just some regular niggas. But like you said, they just don't sin.
I'm going to have to say that it probably had to be the first time staying after camp with SICARRI. It had to be that. It had to be because, like, okay, we come in there for learning and teaching, but then after a while, and me and bro could sense, like, man, I wonder if these niggas think we some spies or we here on some Christianity stuff or what. But no, we were really out here to learn. And I remember when those walls finally, tore down. And probably the first time of like camp over and it's wrapping up. And then the talks just start happening and just sitting there talking and chopping up. And it's like, oh, bro, he just nigga like us, bro. Right. And so, yeah, man. And then, of course, like I said, we started being able to come to, maybe it was like the first Passover. Probably the first Passover of what's this 2019.
That's Decatur, I think. That's the
big old building. I'll say 2019 Passover, bro.
Passover too.
Yeah, that was upstairs and downstairs, right? Yeah, that was my first. I was upstairs with the women and children.
Yeah, we was too.
You was up there.
We was too. I want to say that first Passover. It's like, bro, everybody bringing bottles in. You know what I'm saying? And whoop, and it's just like, dang, bro. We here keeping the law and we having the Passover, and then after it's over, it's like, hey, turn up, bro. In righteousness. And that's just a dope feeling, man.
Yeah. How does your family react to you being an Israelite and telling everybody, look, we can't do this now, we gotta do this, that, boom, boom, boom.
So I would say my family was prepared. I have a brother who's 16 years younger than me. He's the one who came into the truth first. He's the one who he was like 22 years old, like 4 years ago. He might have been 20. He might have been like 20 years old. He got a wife and a kid. He probably like 4 years ago. Like I said, we all stay 15 minutes away from each other. And he told my mama now, Hey, bro, I ain't coming over for Christmas no more. I ain't coming over for Thanksgiving no more. And he started bringing the scriptures out to me and Kendall. Like, hey, bro, we got to keep these laws, bro. And we bringing all the Paul scriptures we can bring out of them. Like, hey, bro, man, you think the law gonna save you, bro? What Paul say right here? And then Kendall went on the bench, bro. This is my brother, man. Everybody know Kendall, man. It's the Spirit-filled Israel, bro. We out here doing the work, man. And Kendall went on the bench for like a year trying to disprove the Israelite doctrine. And then he did that for like 6 months. And then he was like, bro, that's it. And then he like went 6 months just on the truth. And so he brought me the truth. And then, so like I said, my folks had already, our family had already, my brother already had seasoned that ground. Mm-hmm. My brother had stopped coming around and with the wheelbarrow. Just to be honest, like me and Kendall took off running, friends up, and my brother, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know where his state is no more when it comes to this. But he always told us, it's like he feel like his goal and his purpose in life was to bring us into the truth.
All praise.
And then me and my bro, we got it and took off. So to answer your question, my family was they was kind of already prepared. We took it a little more serious, but it wasn't a big deal because that change had already happened prior to us. And my wife, she fell right in line. Once I got it and brought it to my wife, bro, I don't have the testimony a lot, bro. So my wife fell right into it, bro. She fell right into it. We ain't battled not once. My kids, on the other hand, it was a little rougher. My older children, like, they already dang near grown.
Yeah, they experienced.
They took some stuff on, and still today it's still a struggle. Like, and you had a couple of them. Like I said, I got 7 dang near grown children. I probably had like 2 of them. They want zeets and fringes and this and that. And no, we ain't doing this pork no more. I mean, pretty much, I'm gonna say all of them might took on the dietary stuff, but like the whole birthdays and Christmas and Easter, like it was hard for them, man. And so I really want to encourage folks because, like, I got a 6 and a 4-year-old. They don't know nothing but. So for them, it's not a struggle. They look at people who they might go to their grandma's house and like, bro, you know, grandma got a Christmas tree up. This is no lie. My 6-year-old, when he was 3 or 4, it's like, is grandma Edomite? Why don't you say that, son? She eating pork. Israelites don't do that. But hey, is grandma Edomite? Why would you ask us? She got a Christmas tree up. Us Israelites, we don't do that. Yeah. And you know, having to teach them these things, but like at 17, coming to this truth, you start feeling left out. 4 and 6-year-old. This is all they know.
That's right. And
so everybody else is an outsider to them. And it reminds me of going to school in the 80s, 90s. You always had Jehovah's Witnesses. And they not coming to school on your Valentine's. They not coming to school on your Christmas. They not doing your Christmas party. They not doing your Halloween. They didn't feel left out. They look at you like, you the dummy. Mm-hmm. And this is how my 6 and 4-year-old look at. They looking at folks now like, oh, you the dummy.
Yeah. It feels good too, though, because I have a 4-year-old son, Legend, who Facade knows. I think you maybe met him.
Met him a few times.
Yeah, of course.
Facade knows.
No, when he watches videos, he says there goes Facade and Chief, like he knows exactly the hell you are. Yeah, like seriously, and all praises for that. But like, you know, without me even really talking to him, he comes up to me, Dad, we don't celebrate Christmas. And it's so great, but then you have those opposing forces, you know, like maybe like, you know, around the winter time, right? Because that's when family gets together. Mm-hmm. He might go to New York and they got something up. Mm-hmm. So it sucks when that happens, but it's so good that I have a strong front there, at least from a 4-year-old to say like, no, we don't do that.
Right.
But then it's like, damn, you hope that he doesn't topple over to that side just because there's gifts and there's certain things there.
This whole
right, it's like you got to reindoctrinate them.
This is why I praise the Most High. My kids, my 2 youngers are homeschooled, so they don't have to deal with. And it really makes us think, like, bro, like, this is the way of our people. Like, it's my wife really brought this out. She was like, bro, everything in this world is made to indoctrinate our kids this way. I don't want to send them to school. She the one that pushed this. Baby, I don't want to send them to school. I don't want to send them to school. Because it's hard to fight off Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, because this is what they teaching in everything that they do. In everything. Your curriculum is the whole Christopher Columbus thing builds the whole foundation for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
It builds it all. White Jesus, all this builds the foundation for Christmas. It builds for Easter. So it's kind of like, bro, you literally have to take. I heard somebody say it like, we are the only folks who are educated by our oppressors. And this is the first year that it really hit me. I had 3 graduations this year. I had 3 kids graduate. And I was at graduations this year.
Yeah, I seen you posted online.
And it was just like, of course, I ain't trying to take away from my kid, but I'm looking at the crowds and it hit me. One of my daughters graduated with T.I.'s son, King. She go to the same school. T.I. was there. But the amount of celebration, I'm watching our people breaking down, crying, oh, and it hit me on the spotlight. These people told us this was an accomplishment. They told us that this is good job. You finished the education we chose to give you, and we made you think this was a good thing. And I'm watching our people cry, break down, roll all on the floor, and I'm the only nigga sitting there thinking like, but it's some bull. Yeah, it's some bull here, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
It's crazy, man.
I hear you. It's different when it comes to your kids, man, because again, when you're not there, you got other people or other presences that are indoctrinating your son or daughter, and it's I hate to say it, but it's a motherfucker, man. For real, it's a motherfucker. It really drives you insane, especially, on my end, not to kind of talk about me, but like when I'm the only person pushing this truth, like for real, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the help that you have, whereas you and your wife like that. They agree on some instances, but it ain't like how I'm doing it.
Right.
So, I commend you and your household, your rib, for doing what y'all doing, man. And you a pretty good rapper too.
Yeah, I want to get back a little bit to God. You already know, bro. Yeah. To the album.
He don't love you though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you had him tell I don't love nobody. But if you could summarize your album in a few words, what would you like? What are some of the words you would use to summarize what this album entails and what it is?
I would say this album is just a wake-up call to our people. Just simple and plain. I didn't beat around the bush. I didn't try to get too deep doctrinally. I really Wake 'Em Up, or Just Hold On, which is the title track of the album, Just Hold On. Really letting our folks know who we are, what we've been through, who our enemy is, and what we got to do to go home. And if we just hold on, if we repent, that's one of the last bars of one of my songs that say, hey, listen, man, Popeye was not that strong until he ate the spinach, and they could not hold on if we all repented. So this is the whole gist of the album. Like I said, I didn't get too deep doctrinally. I didn't go overboard with that. It was really just like, y'all, we the Israelites, repent, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, so we can go to hell home. Point period.
That's great. That's great. Now, when we talk about, kind of your presentation, your let's talk about the concept of putting that box together. That the special edition.
I mean, it really just goes back to the same thing I was saying before, man. Just showing showing the brothers that's younger than me the presentation. If we want to be great, we want them folks to take us serious. This is what we got to do. Let's put this music out. Let's put these videos out. Let's get with the whoop. So even with the box that I sent to, like, I'm trying to figure out. I knew this in my old life, in my old music life. Like, we dropping an album, you knew who to send it to. There's a whole list. All right, these 200 DJs. These are the 10 websites. These are this and these are this. And this Israelite community is growing. I got an album. I'm like, okay, who's the people?
Yeah, and that's important. And you know, we've talked about this, but there needs to be people. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Israel have to understand. What kills me about the Israelite community, again, I'm gonna keep bringing up critiques because it's necessary, is we say we're not a religion, but we're more religious than the religions, right? What do I mean? How all of these communities, these ideologies, even ethnic groups of people grow and expand and empower themselves and, you know, make their footprint and their presence felt is through an actual functional community, right? What does a functional community look like? You have people that do everything. It's that simple. Asad, can you give me Sirach? What is that I'm looking for? They shall not be sought for in council. What's that, 39?
Don't consult a
Yeah, no, not don't consult. They shall not be sought for in council. It's like Sirach 38 or 39. When it's talking about all the people that have to exist to make a city.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
38. They won't
always busy. Yep. So right.
Yeah. Start up though.
It's 39. Sirach 39. Okay. Let's go a little later. Sirach 38 probably now. Let's see. Okay. Sirach 38 and verse 32. Without these cannot a city.
No, go up earlier though.
Okay. Sirach 38 and we'll start at verse 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise.
Read on.
How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. He
giveth his mind to make furrows, right? Read.
It says
so to his craft, to his business, to his occupation. Read.
So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also sitting by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh.
Read on.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Through that, or
keep going.
Okay. And his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. So doth the potter sitting in his work, and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet.
What verse we at?
Verse 30.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands.
All these trust to their hands, right? The different people, different jobs, different occupations. Read.
And everyone is wise in his work.
And they're all wise and good at what they do. Read.
Without these cannot a city be inhabited.
We can't be a community without people who do everything, who cover every base, who are in every facet of life. the Israelite community is not a community. It's like rap to a point. You see what I'm saying? Where it's just this thing. It's not a curated and cultivated culture like it's supposed to be, because you don't have everybody in place doing what they're supposed to do. When you deal with Islam, when you deal with Christianity, when you deal with different ethnic groups of people, they have people that do everything so they can go to their own people to provide every service for them. So there's not a necessity to leave the community, right? Keep going.
It says, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down.
So we can't exist without this. And there's a lack of this in the Israelite community, right? Keep going.
They shall not be sought for in public council.
Read on.
Nor sit high in the congregation.
Everybody wants to sit high in the congregation. Everybody thinks they're this super teacher in Israel, when what people need to be doing is doing these other jobs so we can function, because we got a million teachers in this thing. It's enough of that. Where's the people that are going to do the rest of these jobs? Where are the Israelite DJs that are going to have an Israelite radio show? They're going to have an Israelite podcast that the Israelite artists can go to, and people can now go and get their entertainment provided from Israel. We don't have to go to Netflix and Hulu and all these other things to get our entertainment provided. But no, everybody thinks they're going to be this great teacher, and they want to get up here and spew some doctrine that they cooked up somewhere and get everybody to believe it. Instead, they should be focused on the other aspects and facets of this community. Right. So now here we are we loosely, we have a community loosely. Just think about this. We had 2 events. It's a brew thing events, right? Zion Network. We co-promoted this last one that we just did. Right. And for the most part, at both events, there was only 2 camps there. At both events, there was really only 2 camps there, SICARRI and Sons of Thunder. That's who made up the audience of both events. Even though you have the whole lineup wasn't SICARRI and Sons of Thunder only. It was other people a part of that, right? But where was everybody else? This ain't a community. This is religious gangbanging on steroids. You see, and that's what's going on here, because everybody feels like they're a teacher, and everybody feels like their doctrine makes them unable to associate with anybody else. That is now religious gangbanging.
That's sad.
And that's sad, because when he was in Christianity and pushing Christian rap, like he said, there was a list of DJs, there was a list of websites, there were resources that he had that this whole thing, was about. It was all a part of, right? Just the same way the world, if you want to send your stuff into V103, the DJ at V103, a DJ at Streets 945, you want to send it into a podcast, you can get placements and things of that nature. That's all there. And you see what it's doing for the artists that are out there in the world. It's empowering them, right? We don't have that, right? Because we are religious gangbanging, unfortunately. So like he's saying, when it's time for him to roll this out, which is a brilliant, genius rollout and presentation is bar none. Here we are. It's nobody to even roll it out to, or it's scarcely anybody to even roll it out to, and that's unfortunate. Go ahead, precept.
1 Corinthians 12:11. I'll kind of get to the point. But all these worketh that one in the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. The Spirit gives each man according to his will this gift, that gift, this gift, and you need to utilize that gift perfectly. Like, you're not gonna see Klay Thompson trying to break a nigga down at the time. That's not his job. He catch and shoot, catch and shoot. You're not gonna see motherfucking Steph Curry try to post nobody up. That's not his. That is not his position. You gotta play your position.
What's one thing we've been saying since we started this podcast?
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your motherfucking lane, bro. Like, seriously, bro. Like, that's all. When he brought that scripture, that's beautiful scripture, Mr. Rock. That's all I'm thinking about. And it's crazy because, it kind of, the sad thing is, it'll kind of let you know how far we really are from where we need to be. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like when, the Messiah comes, but at the same time, it's like, damn, bro. Just from a music standpoint, that alone lets me know, like, shit. Like, music can't bring us together? Like, that's what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad, bro. Like, 2 camps out.
It should be able to. You see what I'm saying? And on some levels, because you do have brothers and sisters out there that they're not tripping. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting things get in the way of that. And and there's various factors because maybe some people didn't hear about it or maybe they couldn't make it and things of that nature. But you know, we in Atlanta in the summertime, it was prime opportunity for people to show up. It was prime opportunity to come on out. Everybody else in the world is coming to Atlanta
because everybody was welcome, right?
There last time I checked, there wasn't camp prohibitions on who could attend. I didn't see such things.
We had hosts from other camps.
Yeah. We had a host from one camp. You see what I'm saying? Performers from all over the place. You know, but you know it is what it, and it's all right because you know it's through the spirit of the Most High. You know, our brotherhood, SICARRI and Sons of Thunder, is strong enough to where it's. I mean, if just us we show up, it's gonna be cool still. It still was a lot of people in there. You know what I'm saying? The kids was able to come out, the wives, you know, all that was able to happen. You said, but man, what we're doing, it should be so much bigger because this community is, or people who identify as Israelites, it's a lot. There's a lot of people that's waking up to this truth. But there's not a true organization where even you in this camp or you in that camp and camps even able to some camps don't even have an open line of communication where they can function and even talk to each other. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing like these corner store churches they've been beefing. You see over who even though, we don't fellowship with them people over there at First Bethel because they pastor, he got an off spirit. We're not even dealing with that. Like it sounds petty like that, and that's small scale Christianity.
That's small scale.
That's little Ricky Dink church Christian. That's not. You know, I was looking at some stuff the other day at different churches and their online presence and how gigantic some of this stuff is, and the ones that are on that level, they're not the ones that operate like that. They mess around and we got a guest speaker. He coming from this other mega church. Here, he coming over here. And we're supposed to know the Bible. They don't know the Bible. That's what we say, right? Yeah. We debate these people. We embarrass these people regularly. But here it is. They got us beat in certain aspects, and that's unfortunate. When this brother's going to run an album, myself, Deacon, any artist in this truth, there should be a whole way to run. Just the same way somebody in the world, they got No Jumper, they got Gillian Wallow, they got Drink Champ, they got all them podcasts they finna hit. They got Sway in the Morning, they got all that they finna hit. Why don't we have that? Again, we got urban, we got Guerrilla Time. We do this here. You see what I'm saying? And again, there's certain other things. Brother Abaji out there in California, he's got the Dagger Room podcast that he's got going. You know what I mean? He's got that up and running. I think he's on the 5th episode. He just sent me like the 5th episode, I believe. So we got to have more of that. So I'm saying that to say anybody out there watching, if it's been on your spirit, bro, just get it started. You see what I'm saying? Get it started. If you build it, they will come.
That's right.
And I know it's a corny Kevin Costner line, but it's the truth. And that's something the Most High has always put on my spirit. If you build it, they will come.
Living testimony right here, bro.
That's it. Asad, you got something?
Yeah, Romans 2:24. For the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as is written. Our conduct. Now we make the whole truth look bad because of some of the shit that we do sometimes, and we say though Christianity this, that, and the third, and then we still do stuff that's just as bad or the same shit that they do sometimes.
I just want to encourage our people just because, like, no matter how long the truth has been out there, we must understand this is still new. And like I said, I've been, even in the Christianity aspect, even when it comes to this music. And that's another reason why I really want to be as impactful as possible. Everything that the truth music is going through right now, I was there when Christianity was going through these same things. Like, I had in zero way did I fathom that folks in the truth was gonna be like, hey man, is it okay to be doing rap? God won't use rap, this and this and that. I had no idea that this argument was gonna be taking place in the truth. Guess what was happening in Christianity in 2010 when they didn't know if this is before the Lecrae's, before all of this stuff popped off. No, it was the same thing. Hey, before they had a gang of DJs, before they had the websites, before they had the radio shows, before they, it's like I'm reliving something that I already lived already. And all praises to the Most High. I know what we need. I know where we at. I've seen this before. So, but guess what the difference is? Oh, the people where we at now, because music has already grew. We're way more skilled and better musically than the gospel rap was in 2009 at the onset of it. We got the talent. Now we just got to go and build all of this stuff, man. All of these avenues and all these venues. So that's why the box came about. Just because, like, hey, I'm from the old school where we used to go and burn and press up thousands of CDs just because Kirk Franklin and Steve Harvey was on tour in Atlanta and they was gonna be at the Civic Center. They were gonna be here. They was gonna be at Phipps. Guess what we were doing? We going with backpacks and duffel bags, going out there handing out CDs for the free ski. Well, everybody else was just handing out flyers. We giving you a CD.
That's right.
So you can go and pop in the car when you get in that thing.
Right now.
And what's nothing better than goddamn watching folks ride by and you hear them bumping your music. Like you just hand them a CD. Oh, well, I know CDs is obsolete now, but I'm just trying to bring that old school grind to a new school era.
Same principles apply.
Same principles apply. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, everybody go make sure they stream, Monologue with God's new album. It's on everything. We can find it everywhere. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.
Shalom.